heels work. I've told you time and time again, I'm not as thick as you think I am. And we all fell down when the sun came up. I think we've had enough. Alright, alright, it's another feeling though. It's another feeling though. Alright, alright, it's another feeling though. It's another feeling though. Gasoline and most things in between. I rode the city in a shopping car. Then the smoke alarm. This night is heating up. Raise and turn it up. Say if you go wrong, you might pass out in a train pipe. Oh yeah, so threaten me with a good time.
ハイクラッシュバイドの音楽
I gotta choose my game, baby.
Like a don't dance, but he make moves. They around now and gotta shame you. I'm shameless, I be rocking on my chains too. They tell me, boy, I think the money's start to change you. Lord save you, Lord save you. Remember running through the city in the same shoes. Now I'm gunning in the Benz in the range too. I'm on point, no one never take two. They said I couldn't reach Mars, so I turned to a star. Now I might have f***ed around, might have raised up the bar. Now I'm talking cash, talk cash, all in my palm. My cash said, watch what they do for the ones. I know she wanna be popping all over the gram. When the cameras come out, wanna hold my hand. Must be out of your mind, do you know who I am? Man, you killing my vibe, do you know who I am? Oh yeah. They take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out.
I might end up with you if I take one. Nowadays, if they don't have a story, they gon' make one. Last night I gave my heart to a fake one. I done end up on the blogs with the wrong one. It's hard to tell the real stories from the fake ones. Cause nowadays if they don't got it, they'll make one. The only time I feel alive when I taste it. I don't wanna vent, but I know it ain't safe. Must be out in your mind. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I can't give you all my tape. Do you know who I am? Make you fall in love tonight. Must don't know who I am. I showed you a million, no video. I open up Billy doors, I invented doors. We's dropping and we ducking the loss. If you the one to take the blame, you can say what you saw. No.
They take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out strong.
Pluto done dance, but I make it. Go around now, I gotta shame you. Shameless, I've been rocking all my chains too. Told me, boy, I think the money's starting to change you. Not save you, not save you. They might pick you up, stay down with your fall. You must not know who I am. I was on the ground. My brother Casino said you wasn't free, bad free. And at the time I couldn't see what he was saying. You turned your back, I should've never gave you a chance. I got for loyalty, it ain't never answer. I'm a boss, I'ma make my own family. You with my ex while I'm with different color cues. So familiar. I got Jenny, I got Tammy, I got Sandy. You try to sneak and leave them, then I leave you stranded. Be honest to me.
They take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Take my kindness for weakness, still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming out strong. Still coming like a
at this time.
So you guys have added some new guys to your team this year.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too,
and I'm
Ernie.
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only
I never wanna waste your time. My life, so precious. It's yours, it's mine. Hey, look at the time. My God, so precious. It's yours, it's mine.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And with pregame routines coming to an end, well, guys, thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead.
And the big point guard swap this season, Kyrie for IT. I mean, these two will be inextricably linked now and maybe throughout the rest of their careers. And it's funny, it really started back in 2011. Kyrie being drafted first overall and Isaiah last. Both guys arriving at their success from kind of two different angles.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston, Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Horford is out there with Tatum, and it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And the other thing you have to keep in mind with Kyrie and IT, they're both part of something bigger, the team. We see great individual efforts all the time in this league, but what matters is making your team better. And I think that's ultimately how their success will be judged.
Love kicks to LeBron. Back to Love. That 3 off the mark. Cleveland on defense. To the inside. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Wade. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
Yeah, good job with the anticipation, and then the quick hands results in points off the break.
Sometimes you calculate the risks, and he did it there, but couldn't have turned out any better.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Good D by Wade.
Defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
And the Celtics with possession here. On its way from Irving for 2, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger, the D has no chance there.
Here's James, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw, no good for LeBron. And LeBron James has openly stated very publicly, especially last year in the finals, he is chasing Michael Jordan. He wants to be the best ever.
And at this point, he might be top 2. Jordan with 6 titles. Hard to see LeBron surpassing that. But just to be in the conversation with the GOAT is an achievement in and of itself.
Banked in off the glass. LeBron's got 6 points.
Gotta admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Horford in the post. He's guarded by Love. Here's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
James kicks to Wade. It's a pick by Love. Wade outside. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And Love gets it to go.
Terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
And the basket is good. Baines has got his first 2 points of the night. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
They set the pick. Thomas a screen. James kicks to Thomas. James right side. Shoots from the block. A basket good off the assist from Wade. He's got 8.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
And the pass to Baines. Back to Horford for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. They get a hand on it. Irving with the steal. Brown against Wade. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Horford against Love. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Pass to Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Love outside. 5 on the clock. Cleveland moving it around. Drills it from outside. Love's got 6.
Well, Tyronn Lue still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. Jay Crowder comes in for LeBron. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. They need this. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And Brent, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, having played with those greats, he knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. It's a pick by Love. Love can't throw down the putback. Boston trailing. Ogier the pass to Ojale. To the left side wing. Now here's Smart. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Passes it to Ojale. Here's Rozier. Good on the triple.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Celtics out in front, up 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title.
He sat us down maybe right before the first practice, and
when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
On the court right now for the Celtics, you've got Rozier. Marcus Morris is out there with Ojale. Then there's Smart. The feed to Green. Dishes to Rose. It's a pick by Love. Rose goes in. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Down low, Love. And Love throws it down.
Love has some height and enough ability to get up and throw it down. Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Korver, good.
That's Korver's game right there. When that three ball is dropping, he is really, really dangerous, and it drops often.
Here's Rozier. He's covered by Rose. Yep, it counts.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Outside Korver. Rose sets the screen for Korver. Rose in the post. Good, and a screen picking up the assist. Rose has got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Celtics trail by 6. Morris kicks to Rozier. Out to Morris. Right wing. And the rejection by Love. Outside Korver. It's Crowder on the wing. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Rozier. Celtics passing it around. Here's Rose. The putback and Love with the second chance points. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Kevin Love refusing to give up possession of the basketball after that miss, giving it all he's got down there.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. James comes in for Crowder. Wayne Wade's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rose. Korver kicks to Brown. Opening day upon us, Brent. Some teams already looked as if they are championship contenders already. Others clearly in a rebuild mode. What's the mindset of players entering the season on a rebuilding team?
Well, if you're a veteran guy, you're asking your agent, can I get a trade? They would love to get on one of those contending teams. But a rebuilding team is about making progress each month. Really, quite honestly, that's what you want to see, Kevin, is progression month to month. Each of the games, maybe chunk out a block. 20 games here, 20 games there, and you'll want to see just improvement overall in what your squad is doing.
Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. And trading IT didn't sit well with the players around the league. They understand it's a business, and you do what you think is best. But IT gave so much to Boston and played through such adversity, even did player recruitment for the team.
And that one's good, Irving.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
LeBron kicks to Green. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Here's Thompson. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Thompson no good on the free throw.
With IT going up against the Celtics, you know he's going to give them trouble. He's always played with an extra edge against his former team. Was beloved by the fans and former teammates. That's not going to slow down his vengeance in this matchup.
54 seconds left in the first half. Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. The dish to Tatum. Brown with it. He's picked up by LeBron. On the clock. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Baines.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Thomas dishes to LeBron. Back to Thomas. Cleveland the rebound. It's deflected. Shoots. Tatum passes to Horford. Irving for 3. Ball's knocked loose, but he gets it back. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the... What a performance so far tonight by Kevin Love. He had 12 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first. That about wraps it up. Time now for the...
Welcome back to Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Was the night toured that recently. It is worth the price of admission. Here's Irving. Inside, we got the tenacious Love and Thompson. Isaiah Thomas out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Cavaliers leading by 9.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Irving with the ball. Now Thomas defending. No good from Irving.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. You know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Tatum kicks to Baines. The kick out to Brown. In the corner, Irving with it. Puts up a 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
And maybe the halftime cut into some of that rhythm they had in the first half. So far, 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Korver comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Isaiah Thomas. Kicks to Morris. Celtics passing it around. Inside. Boston needs to get off a shot, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rose dishes to Crowder. To the paint. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
All sorts of time, and the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got 5.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times when you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Feeds to Horford, out to the wing. Rozier kicks to Horford. Morris passes to Smart. To the middle. Here's Rozier, 5 to shoot. Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Al Horford. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
Jeff Green is checked in for Cleveland. Ojale is checked in for Boston. The screen from Thompson. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Korver up top, guarded by Smart. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And after so many finals runs starting in 2015, Brent, is it natural for a team like the Cavaliers to wear down a bit?
Well, they do have some guys that have played a lot of years in the NBA, so that's a natural cause and effect. But these guys were the defending champs last year, won 51 games, took a couple months off on the defensive end, and then flipped the switch in the playoffs, no doubt about it. Came together and played extremely well through their run in the Eastern Conference.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Rose dishes to Green. LeBron right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor. Wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
Aaron Baines is checked in for the Celtics. Irving comes in for Rozier. Here's Love. That one's not going to go. And the Celtics going the other way now. Thomas against Irving. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Baines, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And Kyrie being unselfish, I think there was an opportunity for him to score there, but gets off the clean look for his teammate.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Cavaliers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Wade, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Brown, he's checked in for the Celtics. Irving passes to Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Irving against Thomas. Wade kicks to LeBron. And the wide open shot from Green. Can't connect. And so it's Cleveland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Piece by piece, chip away, see if
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's LeBron. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no offseason. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season.
And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Aaron Baines out there with Tatum. And it's Irving in at the point.
And for Isaiah Thomas, he shouldn't have too much of an issue fitting in with the Cavs. I mean, he played AAU with Kevin Love. He can distribute and score. Same role as Irving had when he was with the Cavs. And really what it comes down to is great players finding ways to make it work. IT has been getting it done for quite some time. Knows he moved into an incredible opportunity with the Cavs.
He kicks to James. Back to Thomas. With some arc, and it's good on the layup. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Yes, that goes in.
This is the kind of night where Kyrie is scoring efficiently, focusing on taking good quality shots in this one.
Thomas dishes to Love. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D and the communication severely lacking there.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
The pass to Wade. Left side, Love. Outside, Green. From past the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Unloads from 13. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown.
And his ability to knock down shots from the mid-range. I mean, he just seems to roll that ball so easily off his fingertips. It looks like it's going in every time.
Over in the corner, Green. They get the rebound. He doesn't hit that one. Celtics trail by 13. Irving kicks to Brown. And he makes that one.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Green against Irving. The offensive rebound. Shot's good by Green.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Thomas against Irving. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Down low. Horford the pass to Brown. He feeds it to Baines. Back to Brown. 5 on the clock. Green with the ball. Green, the screen. James dishes to Love. Thomas gets to Green. Thomas sets a screen for James. Here's Love. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. Irving attacking. Count that bucket.
How about the craftiness from Kyrie on the inside? Knows how to get to the spot in the paint and then find just enough daylight to score.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They lead by 15. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Boston also with the sub. Smart's checked in. Celtics passing it around and stolen by Love.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Cavaliers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Love.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
And stolen by Thomas. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 3 on 3. Irving with a clean look. Hits it from three-point range.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Love kicks to Wade. Pass to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance. Didn't want to settle for something going away from the basket. Aggressive with a finger roll.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Brett.
Just us, nobody else. Got something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it. Nothing too serious.
Fired recently.
Yeah.
Are there any guys who are no longer in the league that
It's the 2K.
For a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care but forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me, I want for you to go.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter is the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And wouldn't you know it, and David...
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo came to the NBA as an unheralded 19-year-old from...
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, D.A. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? Al Horford, a player who doesn't dominate any one category as a big man, but KG has very few weaknesses. He's fundamentally sound.
He's very effective, man. Al Horford knows what he is. He's very solid with what he does. Sets great picks. He's able to create space between him and his defender. If you watch him, he's gotten better with his shot. He's gotten better with his three-point shot. He's able to shoot it at rapid style now. Being in Atlanta, being in a kind of a system where he was able to play kind of four guys, one in, and he would be more perimeter. He's really developed a perimeter shot now. It's really helped him. Now he's able to put the ball on the floor with a shot fade and go to the basket, make, other passes to guys. Really helped that whole system up there. Boston is a threat, but without Al Horford's play, his inside play, and his, able to go out and hit threes, they're not the same team without him.
Quality person, too.
Absolutely,
yes.
Man. No better locker room leader. He's one of these guys that, when you talk about men, you want to know that men can stand up and speak like men. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that's going to put on the table, and we are going to be in here speaking as men as it should be.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. On the perimeter, it's Middleton and Giannis. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. Kevin, coming out of high school, you were relatively mature for your age, at 17, turning 18, but do you ever regret not trying college and just seeing what that experience would have been like? I mean, it's such a long time ago, but you've had some chance probably to get some perspective on both sides of that story.
You know what, Kev, I look at it like the unknown is the unknown. Obviously, I've had friends that went to college. Some of my best friends went to college, and I think I've kind of lived it through them a little bit. Listen, when you have responsibility early in life,
which you did,
which I did,
yes,
and so from a mature level, things that interest me are not that interesting as you get older, especially when you have to deal with a vigorous schedule of an NBA schedule. I wasn't able to, be the 17, 18-year-old to chill, have, lean on the parents a little bit, be able to be at home, coming home through the weekends. I had a real life that I was responsible for, and I was growing something. I was building something. I was trying to not just be a young player in our league, but a young businessman wanting to establish something for myself, my friends, my family. You can't do those things thinking like a normal 17, 18-year-old. You're taking pieces from grown men around you all the time. You're around people who need something all the time. At some point, you have to put all this together, and you have to make it work for you. You have to put your spin on it for how it works for you and your brand. And you have to be innovative with that. You have to be creative with that. You have to have a vision.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were your thoughts and emotions at that time?
You know what? Being in Minnesota at that time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't necessarily want to leave. I had a goal to bring the city a championship, and I felt like I could do that. Nothing worse than when you have to deal with the reality of change. I'm not the one for change, even though I do know in order to process or progress better, you have to embrace some change. So with the help of my friends from Chauncey Billups, Teron Lue, I sat and I thought through it with those guys who have been through the trade process and talking to me, getting me to understand my options. And once I understood all my options, then I just, it was about what was best for me and my family.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. Middleton can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Got that bucket in no time at all. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Parker with a clean look and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And Kev, you had a voice in where you'd go from Minnesota. How did all that play out?
I sat with my wife and we all kind of went through it and thought Boston was the best situation. Paul and I had great bones and great history that I don't think the world really knew. We have been knowing each other since 14, 15. I played with each other younger, and I had a chance to play with Cole, but that really didn't go through. A lot of people don't know I had a chance to play with Steve Nash also, but I wanted to play with Stoudemire, and that wasn't the case. So I decided to go to Boston. Ray and I knew each other from South Carolina, and then the Rondo piece was a huge piece for me. I had followed the youngster in his first year and just watched his growth a little bit, even though I was in the Western Conference. And then when I got to Boston, I knew they had good pieces like Kendrick Perkins and Tony Allen. I wasn't aware of the big baby piece yet, and then I wasn't sure on the Posey part. And then all of a sudden it started to come together, Eddie House. And then all of this, and
great names.
Great names. Just all alphas, all guys able to stand up and speak for themselves and be articulate, and all different facets, and very similar facets of who we are personality-wise. And a lot of people just don't know that team there. I don't think another coach could have coached that team other than Doc Rivers.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. The Celtics with the lead. And here's Smart. To the paint. Ojeleye passes to Morris. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Smart misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And Smart over to help. Back to Middleton. Pass to Snell. Teletovic the screen. Brogdon kicks to Snell. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Rozier the pass to Ojeleye. Over to Teletovic. Count that one from Ojeleye. Ojele's got his first points in this one.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it down to Middleton. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Brogdon. Knocked away. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And the basket by Rozier.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And here's Brogdon from the arc. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and, the team is going to...
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another, and I got to tell you, it's fun to watch. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Rozier's out there with Smart. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ojale in at the 4. Now, here's Brogdon. Defense right on him. The Celtics shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Shoots from 12, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Brogdon's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Milwaukee. Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, C-Web was kind of, he and Stacey Augmon was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap maybe, who do I most resemble?
Not only that, but just some direction. At the time I was a big who had handles, and if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball up to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got to Chicago to where the scouts or people were able to see like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off or showcase it.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like,
oh
my God,
but look
I don't
what
want to
happened,
bring the ball up. And he knew that turning, I could handle it. I was like, oh my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot. He was like, no, bring the ball up. Anyways.
One-on-one here. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, that was a nice leak out by Middleton. Took advantage of his quickness there.
Kevin, we know how hard the players work, the elite players work the hardest. We know the coaches work so hard. Everyone in that coaching staff, everyone wants the game called right. Is an added referee something that would help the game in any way, do you think?
More eyes on it.
We got 3 right now.
Listen, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
And we're yelling at those 3. Listen, more eyes on the prize, if you will, so be it. It's just about how the game is. You want referees to be consistent. You want referees to also let the guys play a little bit. That's just my preference. I'm not a league official, nor do I know flow and momentum. I'm just talking from a fan perspective and watching it.
Yes.
But, as a player, find things to complain about because that's what a player does when it comes to advantage versus disadvantage. But fourth ref, I don't think it would hurt. To me, it would be about how they were calling it.
Back to Bledsoe. Henson with the screen. Pocket 6. Deflects the pass. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Man, I actually love the competitive spirit of Antetokounmpo. I mean, never quits on the glass. Always keeps coming. Always looking for that second chance opportunity for his team.
A nice shot by Tatum.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Nice shot by Smart.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Count it.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Brogdon. It's deflected. Now here's Tatum. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's Horford. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Bledsoe. The tray. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. Adding a lot of flavor to the mix, Kevin Garnett. Kevin, thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Hope you join us again sometime.
Man, Kevin, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, you holler at me, all right?
Future Hall of Famer and a terrific person, Kevin Garnett. Always fun to have Kevin Garnett on the set part. You can tell he was in high spirits as usual. Have to respect his continued zeal for the game.
Yeah, he's never lacked for passion or zeal. It's been part of what's made him such a great player, a Hall of Famer in the future. And I don't think that's ever going away. I mean, he's really a kid at heart, and he played the game that way, which was a pleasure to watch. And, man, it's been really cool seeing him do what he did as an NBA player and actually giving back to some of the younger guys that are coming up in the league now.
And finished off by Horford.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Bledsoe outside. Over Irving. And it's sent back by Horford. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Off target from outside. Bucks trail by 6. The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Antetokounmpo has the complete and total trust of his teammates. A real Swiss Army knife, a versatile guy. Does everything and anything that needs to be done with the basketball in his hand.
The kick out to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Really good to see Brown drop in the perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
And so it's Boston heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I don't think anyone expected.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him.
Clark, as an analyst, do you feel you view the game drastically different from when you were in your playing days in college and the NBA?
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I really do, because I've benefited from the different coaches we've had a chance to visit with over the years, and that's added to my perspective. And you tend to look at things differently when you're playing. I was always a student of the game, but clearly I think I've become a lot more analytical as an analyst, if that makes any sense.
Yes. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Giannis and Parker, the explosive forward pair. Chris Middleton is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lets it fly. And Baines pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Tatum. And the shot falls short this time.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Well, with this break, let's check out just how the rebounding has been divided up in this game between the front and back court for the Celtics.
And you can see the massive amount of rebounding being done by the front court. They are banging bodies and just fighting for everything down there. And really, guys, I think the key to why they are enjoying this big lead.
Irving drives in. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Connects on the 17-footer. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
Baines dishes to Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Baines. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Baines has got 6 points.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
He kicks it to Tatum. Back to Irving for 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Henson. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. Teletovic the screen. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Man, this kid is a remarkable athlete who knows how to put the ball in the basket. His offensive attack is really lethal. He's a special talent, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that one's good, Irving.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. Misses the 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Irving, and it's sent back by Bledsoe. This ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. The rebound by the Bucks.
You know, certainly, Kevin, the strength of this Milwaukee team, one of the strengths anyway, is the length they have. I mean, have reach at all positions, but especially up front. They just need some time to develop, but a strong base is there.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Akers checked in for Parker, and Tony Snell subbed in for Antetokounmpo.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's Snell. Morris with the rebound. Boston leading by 11. Passes to Smart to the paint. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And the basket by Maker.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Rozier kicks to Smart. The kick out to Brown. There's the 3. Teletovic grabs the board. Teletovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Snell. He's covered by Brown. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Ojale passes to Rozier. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. Over in the corner, Brown sinks the triple. Brown's got 6 points.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
And so it's Boston. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. And it's Rozier in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Here's Smart. Morris a screen. Smart dishes to Morris. Rebounded by Maker.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Middleton outside. Wide open shot is on the money. Middleton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Milwaukee. Horford kicks to Smart. He dishes it to Morris. Brown with a screen on Teletovic. The screen from Brown. And the pass to Rozier. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And Maker sends it back. Middleton with it. Kicks to Maker. Brogdon the pass to Maker. There's the feed to Middleton. And the 3 off target. Boston leading by 11. Rozier kicks to Horford. Now the dish to Morris. Pass to Rozier. Dishes it to Horford. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Brogdon. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon was the 36th overall pick in 2016 out of Virginia. A little older than most rookies over the last decade when they come into the league, but I'll tell you what, Bucks got a real winner here. He's going to be a long-time, valuable player.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Morris. Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He told them, hey, they're ready to give up. We're close to winning this game, but we're not done yet. I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well he got the point across.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Parker with the steal. Floats one. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Horford. And for Brogdon, his age most likely a factor why he fell to the second round. Still, Clark, you know, the Bucks loved what he was about when they first met him coming out of the University of Virginia.
Yeah, hard not to love what he's about. Intelligent, focused, purposed, driven, skilled. I mean, his age may have worked against him in terms of where he was drafted, but it got him into a great spot for his long NBA career because he's going to have one. And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Over to the wing. Here's Tatum. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And there's so much that Tatum does well. I mean, he shoots it well, rebounds, passing, playing defense. I mean, he's the complete package.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the Bucks making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. On the wing, Irving. He dishes it to Horford. Out to the right wing. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Horford. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Over Tatum. And that one goes long. Boston leading by 11. On its way from Irving for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And Clark, if you're a player on a cold streak, either in a game or over a couple games, does that tend to stay with you and get in your head?
You know, it's been so long since I played, Kevin. I would like to think that it didn't with me because the games came so fast. You're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You don't have time to loiter on a good game or bad game because the next one is on top of you. So I typically was able to get on to the next play within a game and to the next game after the prior game.
That one good for 2. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Jason Tatum.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball, a little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Henson, and no good. Good work defensively by Horford. Baines dishes to Irving. Shot from the top of the key, and it's Boston with another.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you always hope to take charge of the season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0. 3 games left still to play this year against the Bucks.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jason Tatum.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Here's Middleton, and it's off the back rim, no good. Tatum kicks to Irving. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Takes it off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 15.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
To the inside, Henson, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And the vision of the Greek Freak easily spotting his wide-open teammates thanks to that height of his.
Al Horford. Brown the pass to Baines. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
And this feels like a victory. Competition is slim to me. Yeah, cause this story is history. Homie, this is my story, no mystery. Yeah, cause this feels like a...
Just the perspective of them.
So let's talk about 2K18 a little bit.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Boston Celtics.
On the floor for the visiting Boston Celtics. At center, Aaron Baines. At small forward, Jason Tatum. And now your starters. At the point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 20, Markelle Fultz.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a good outing against the Wizards. And guys, it could have gone either way. Nearly won that one by 2.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Aaron Baines out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in at the 3, the small forward. The 3, they grab their own miss. Outside Irving, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Now we'll go to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately, he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Fultz kicks to Redick. That shot off. Good work defensively by Horford. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Irving. Now here's Tatum. Defended by Covington. 6 to shoot. Irving kicks to Horford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And Horford in his 9th season in the league started making the three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean, it's a shot you have to respect.
And there's the pass to Covington. Back to Simmons. Covington setting the pick for Simmons. Baines with the block, and he recovers it. Redick can't get that one to fall. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tatum's shot is off.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here's Simmons. A 26-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points. Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And now the 76ers on the break. Now here's Covington. Not a lot of room. Simmons. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length so well when he's hitting the boards.
Deflects the pass. Covington with the steal. Redick is in the corner. The three. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player is to have their jersey retired. The Kings retired your number 4. What does an honor like that feel like? What does that mean to you?
Man, it meant so much to have my jersey retired. I was there with my family, my wife, my brothers, sisters, parents, and everyone. And so it was just a really, really great moment. You know, when you're playing the game, you say enjoy the process, but you never can really enjoy it day to day because you're always thinking ahead, trying to get better. And so it was just a really cool moment to sit back and think about all the positive things we did in the city, for the city, and definitely for the game of basketball. So it was a great feeling, and Sacramento forever. I thank them for that, and I love them there.
Wonderful years, indeed. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Sharge checked in for Joel Embiid. Trevor Booker comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Booker. Covington with it. Guarded now by Morris. Covington kicks to McConnell. Over Smart. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. McConnell's got his first basket of the night. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Ogilvy. It's hauled in by the 76ers. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Well, yeah, expect this first game to be a filling out of sorts. Lots of in-game adjustments. And it should be an interesting matchup as the year progresses.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Ogilvy passes to Smart. Here's Rozier. He's covered by McConnell.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. The 4th spot held down by Robert Covington.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Howard down with both hands.
And Morris does a great job keeping his head up, finding his teammate for quality shots.
Booker outside. Tipped away. McConnell kicks to Fultz. 76ers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. McConnell with it. The 76ers with another miss. Here's Rozier. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Kicks it to Booker. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Booker's got his second basket of the night. Here's Rozier. No good on that last second attempt there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a light.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke. And
there's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for JJ and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the 76ers, McConnell and Fultz, the playmaking pair in the backcourt. Booker out there with Dario Saric, and it's Johnson in at the 5 spot. There's a good screen, 5 to shoot, and the dunk by Booker.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Crane's the three-pointer. Smart's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
Fultz dishes to Booker. Over Morris, and it's sent back by Morris.
Just fantastic defense for Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
Here's Rozier. He's covered by McConnell. Rozier kicks to Smart. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. That one, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Simmons comes in for Saric. Robert Covington's checked in for Trevor Booker. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Fultz kicks to Covington. Pass to Simmons. Rebound, Boston. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control. And they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
But they worked through their plays until they found some decent looks, and then they did a great job finishing.
Here's Irving. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now just a 4-point 76ers lead. And Simmons kicks to Covington. They set the pick. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And Tatum pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
No good from Simmons. Celtics trail by 4.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. but with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Embiid with the steal. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Fultz. Simmons passes to Holmes. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Holmes got his first basket of the night.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Irving against Simmons. Horford dishes to Tatum. Passes it to Irving. 4 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Horford. Takes a 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. A pull-up. And Boston with the rebound. Baines has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Tatum, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul.
And what I love about Tatum, he is decisive when his decision-making in terms of driving the basketball. Solid at kind of just putting his head down and creating the angle, and then the strength there to take the contact and force the foul.
Irving against Simmons. Holmes, that's a screen. Dishes it to Embiid. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Irving kicks to Baines. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 7.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson. And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks, thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Here's Horford. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum's shot is off. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Half. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They showed great chemistry, going on a quick 10-3 run to open up the game. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Momentum shifted slightly in the... That's it for halftime, as the second half is...
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. And so here is Philadelphia. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Horford is out there with Tatum, and it's Baines in at the 5 down low. Philadelphia leading by 10. Redick with it, picked up by Brown. The feed to Fultz. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And again, it's Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 8.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Irving drives in. Brown outside. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Simmons left side. Embiid wide open. Off target from 3-point range. Tatum passes to Irving. A 3 ball. Boston again missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Simmons, a screen on Irving, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Fultz. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. That one goes. Count it. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And if you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards, go to Damian Lillard, who felt he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. So many great players, you better play hard every night to get some credit. Because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
Irving dishes to Brown. Fires from deep. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Al Horford.
Excellent job by Horford to shoot that as soon as he caught it. Just outstanding at giving the D no time to react.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
The Celtics making major strides offensively. Back in 2014, one of the worst teams in the league. They've gotten better every season.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Saric comes in for Simmons. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Robert Covington. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. High, arcing shot. It's deflected. They retain possession. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
What speed in transition. Brown just slashing down the court for the high percentage shot.
And the arrival of Al Horford surely has a lot to do with this Celtic offensive revival.
And now with Hayward, Kyrie Irving, and Tatum added, it'll get even better. At the same time, an unselfish style, sharing the basketball, a lot of drive and kick. They bury teams from the three-point line.
And the 76ers making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Brown kicks to Rozier. Back to Brown. It's blocked.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
To the middle. The pass to Ojale. Morris outside. Over in the corner, Brown. The dish to Morris. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ojale. From about 16, Boston with a new 24. Brown outside. The shot missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Simmons. Ojale grabs the rebound. Ojale's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And here's Morris for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the 76ers.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage, and high volume shots.
Redick with the bucket.
No doubt that was a defensive mistake. You got to have a guy on him at all times.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Amir Johnson. Morris kicks to Rozier. He feeds it to Horford. The Celtics need to get a shot off. From deep. Simmons with the defensive effort. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted.
might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Rozier kicks to Brown. Morris outside. Got a piece of it. Horford the pass to Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And it's 8 points for Marcus Smart.
Oh, man. How about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there.
And Redick kicks to Saric. He dishes it to Simmons. Takes it from 10. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He's just looked lost on offense, but luckily for him, his teammates have really stepped up in a big way.
Morris dishes to Horford. Back to Morris. The kick out to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Rozier the pass to Horford. Shoots over Holmes. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They've led by as many as 14 points. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Talk about ugly. I mean, no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
19 seconds left to play here in the third. Irving against Simmons. Here's Irving. In the corner, Horford with it. No good on the triple. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Okay, hey, bottom line is...
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Celtics trail by 9. Robert Covington out there with Holmes. And there's Fultz. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Simmons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
You see the cleverness of Irving on that play. Able to get his shot off despite getting wet. Among the most feared one-on-one scorers in the league, that is Kyrie Irving. He has the handles to get to wherever he wants, no matter where he is on the floor. He's a threat.
Holmes kicks to Embiid. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this league.
Irving attacking. Here's Horford. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And Kyrie Irving sniffing that 50, 40, 90 territory. 50% from the field, 40% from deep, 90% from the line. He is that kind of shooter. And Chris, what a handle.
Yeah, he's not just a stationary threat. It's his creativity combined with that efficiency. That's what makes him so deadly. You can't find much better shot than that.
Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
They set the pick. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. Pass to Covington. Here's Simmons. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. And the 76ers lead by 8. Irving dishes to Horford. Kicks to Smart. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Second shot opportunity. They get the rebound. Here's Embiid. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics trail by 6. Pass to Tatum. Here's Baines. Covington with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And the shot is good.
No answer for Simmons. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And the 76ers making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
And Al Horford, just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. J.J. Redick's checked in for Philadelphia. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Irving kicks to Baines. Now here's Tatum, defended by Covington. In the corner, Smart with it. 6 on the shot clock. Irving for 3. Goes back up. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
In the corner, Horford with it. Boston, no good that time either.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Covington, the tray, and Redick the bucket on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 4 assists now tonight.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
Part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Sharch checked in for the 76ers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He got on them. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David. Tatum passes to Irving, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Okay, I'm telling you, when Irving is feeling it, you got to keep feeding him the ball. He's an incredible, versatile scorer.
Fultz dishes to Sharch. He kicks it to Redick. Feeds it to Embiid. On the wing, and he hits the jumper for 2.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
Yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Now here's Fultz, who's covered by Irving. Fires at the elbow. Again, Philadelphia.
And you got to get a hand up on Fultz. I mean, he continues to show improvement from the mid-range area of the floor.
It's stolen by Fultz. This is to Sharch. And there's the feed to Covington. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And Embiid gets it to go.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Philadelphia.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, they really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Embiid.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe due to those pectoral tears, but I tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
Second free throw, no good. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Now the pass to Luau. Here's the dish to Booker. Pass to Luau. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they